Hello chaps, John with you again, and like the video says, this is the final reveal of the ZVEZDA 1/35th scale KV-2. It was an enjoyable kit to build, it really was. One or two parts of it, I mean the quality isn't right up there with the rest of, say, Dragon or even Tamiya, but it's not bad. It is not bad. It is one of the older ZVEZDA kits. The newer ones are absolutely fabulous. Do you know what I mean? There's it's the, I can't remember, it's one of the new Russian tanks. Absolutely brilliant, as the you know, the Terminator, ZVEZDA Terminator is an excellent kit as well. And the ZVEZDA King Ordinary Tiger 1 is a brilliant kit, really brilliant kit. It gives an interior, the turret, a few other little bits and pieces on it. This is one of their earlier ones. Detail is a bit soft. The tracks, they're not the best. They're Lincoln length, and it doesn't have a sag in them. I have seen some Lincoln length tracks that do have a sag and things, but these ones didn't. But I enjoyed doing them anyway. Did have a couple of problems along the way. Well, not really problems, but bit awkward in places. If you've been watching the videos, you'll understand that yeah, there was a couple of areas that they could have been a little bit better, but they weren't bad. I must admit, it wasn't bad at all. So in the last video I said all I got to do was gloss coat decals and the weathering. I did those, and it was pointless me really showing you them, because we all know how to gloss coat and put on decals. And the weathering is a case of have a look at it and I'll talk about it, what I did to it. That's easier than sort of me putting on pigments and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's go down to the bench. We'll have a look at the finished product. I'm quite chuffed with it. I stuck it on a little base, a base that I already had made up, so it's an old base. You've seen it plenty of times on different vehicles and things. And I stuck in a couple of figures that I had, that I've done recently. I was doing them for KV-1 the bunker and all that, but the dial was going to be massive, and I decided against that because I didn't have room for it, and I wasn't going to bother making up a big dial and literally then breaking it down as soon as the video was made, you know, throwing it away. I didn't have the space to display it, so what's the point? What was the point? I'm not going to do dials just for a video, okay? I do them, I kind of display them on them for a while, have them around different rooms around the house and things, but you know, I don't build them just for the video, okay? Even though I do really enjoy making them. I'd love to have the space to build a nice big one. I'd love to do a massive one, but I just don't have the space. So without further ado, let's go down to the bench. We'll have a look at the finished product, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. Why not? Okay. Now here we are. Like I said, I got it finished. I finally got it finished. Yeah. I do have to thank somebody. Somebody commented that I put the spotlight on in the wrong position. I glued it onto the horn. How silly of me. When I went and looked back at the instructions, actually the instructions are actually very very vague. They just kind of point in that direction. So I mean, I didn't know that that was a horn, so obviously I got it wrong, but I'm after repairing it, so I must thank you, Gabriel Golden, I think that's his name, or Goldine, but I thank you very much, and that's why I do these videos. You know, I don't get everything right. I'm not a professional modeler, and it's nice that you know, it was pointed out, and I do appreciate that. I really do. I'm not one of these people who go, it's my model, I'll do whatever, I'll stick it where I want. No. Yes, in certain respects, but when you get something silly like that wrong, it is nice when somebody points it out. So thank you very much to Gabriel, or Gabriel, whatever way you pronounce it. I do apologise if I'm getting it wrong. So anyway, here we are. I got it finished. Okay. the tracks and the weathering of the tracks I went into in the last video. So what I did since then was I gave it its gloss coat, because I had it in the bare green. I gave it its gloss coat. I put on the decals, give it a dull coat, and give it a black wash. After the black wash, then when that had all dried up and everything else, I gave it a sludge wash with the pigments, and I used the green, the brown and the sand pigments, made up a little mixture. Here it is. Here it's kind of a bit gloopy. Okay, and I just brushed that all over the model. Okay, that dries, then it looks like that, and you can go over then with a little brush, a hardish brush, good stiff brush. Go over a good stiff brush and brush off what you don't want. Leave it in the areas then that you do want it. So you can end up with things. It's one of the aircraft techniques, but it really works fabulous for this. I do like it. Now, for some weird reason, on the video it doesn't show up as dusty as it actually is. So it's you know, it is a bit dustier. Plus the rust looks very kind of pinkish on the video, but it actually looks like real rust. It really does. Because I held a bit of rusty metal up to it the other day, and I said to myself, "Wow, I came up." I was quite chuffed with myself that I got it right. But then I give it a bit of chipping with some flat black. Give it some streaking. I used watered down paint basically for the streaking. Just put a couple of little dots when it was almost dry, then brush it downwards. I use one of these little fan brushes. They're a makeup brush. Where is it? Where did I put it? There we go. You can see I got it all nice and dirty and everything else. And they're brilliant for that. Do you know what I mean? Because you can get your nice downward streaks with it. Okay. And if that's wet or moist, you can bring it down and you can get the a nice effect there with that. Okay. So you handy little tip there. They make little makeup brushes, little fan brush, whatever they're called. You can get some nice streaking effects with that. I also used my graphite pencil again. I used it for the areas where I give it a bit of battle damage, and also along the edges where the paint will be worn off and things like that, because it's as you can see, it's not factory fresh. It's been through a couple of battles and things. It's got damage, and so paint is going to get worn and chipped off it and things like that. So that's it. I used figures, like I said, that I had there from a die I was going to do. If we turn it around at this side here, you'll see this little object here, which is for holding on the it's for holding on the cable, your tow cable. Alright, and I put one on the other side and then broke it off purposely. Yes, not accidentally, purposely. And I did say I was going to do it in the last video. So I mean, there it is. There, it's the stub of it. Okay, because if the thing breaks off, you're still going to be left with some of it, or a mark of it anyway, at least. Okay, so that's why the other cable isn't done. This one is. Couple of other little bits and pieces now. I mean, if it cut out little chunks there, the front of that, cut off the whole front one of that at that side, and a little bit of damage here in the back. Just kind of same idea, and just use that yuck. Went mental with it, chopped away at it. Okay, so used a bit of rust pigments here on the exhausts and some black pigments around here to for the smoke and the soot, and also for some bit of grime around the engine deck. The inside, as like I said, I was going to leave it nice and fresh white, but I did sort of weather the hatch and the door. Okay, because that's going to be seen. But inside, I left it kind of pretty much white, just so you can see inside, because there's a breach in there of the gun. Okay, very hard to see, but you can see it. Okay, now if I had not painted it, I wouldn't be able to do that, or if I weathered it, you wouldn't be able to see so much. So I left it nice and bright. Okay, reason I didn't do that. Also, I put the engine. Oops, I had to read the manual because I'm after gluing him down. I left the engine cover on. I did paint up the engine. It's only just sort of silver and a bit of black. But it wasn't great. It really wasn't great. It wasn't nicely detailed or anything like that, so I didn't bother displaying it. Anything else I can kind of sticks out? No, that's about it really. Just a bit of streaking, a bit of dirt and grime and things like that, because that's the kind of the look I went for. Dirtied up and used and abused. That's what we call it. Used and abused. And again, like I said, in the front of it here, I must thank you to Gabriel. Yeah, I got the light in the right place, okay, and the horn is there as well. So thank you for that, Gabriel. I do appreciate it. I really do. Anything else anybody never notices in any of my videos that I do? If I'm after getting something wrong, just let me know. I mean, I won't take offence to it. I take it as constructive criticism, and that's what it's all about. You know, blatant, silly little mistakes. You can always go back and fix them. You can always go back and fix them. I just cut the light back off it and glued the thing back on, got it in the right place. And I was lucky enough that it was early enough that I hadn't it all weathered and everything at that stage. Actually, I had a good bit of the weathering done, I must admit. I had a good bit of the weathering done. And then I noticed the comment. So thank you very much to Gabriel, and thank you very much to all of you, really, for even taking your time out to watch these things that I do. I will be sticking some close-up photographs at the end of the video, so you can sort of see a bit more. And don't forget to give it a like, give it the old thumbs up, and like Gabriel did, any comments, stick them in the box below, and I do appreciate it. Thank you very much to all my subscribers. I really appreciate the subscribers and people that watch my videos. It's nice to see that people actually like what I do. I mean, I like what I do, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't do it, but it's nice to see that somebody else does as well. So until the next time, I'll be doing something. I'm sure I will. I don't have a stash, so I don't have anything to build next. I have that figure, that resin figure. I'll probably start playing around with that. Don't think I'll be doing a video with that, because I really got it as a kind of a practice. Okay, I've only done, say, 1/35th scale figures, and I got it just to see. So I will show it in the bum. I will definitely show it in the bum, alright, you know, my progress on it. But as a standalone video, I probably won't. Unless it comes out excellent, then I will. So I'll leave it at that, lads. Don't forget to stick your comments in the box below. I'll get back to you if you have anything you want to ask me or anything you want to say. And again, thank you very much for taking your time out to watch these things. So in the meantime, enjoy your modelling. Have a good week. Have a good weekend, should I say, and a good week. And I'll catch you on Monday for the bum, myself and Abs. And in the meantime, between then, go out and buy yourself a kit, build it, and enjoy it. This is John signing off and saying, I'll catch you on the next one, lads. Stay safe.